One of my clients in Luxembourg some time ago was looking for a new accountant. They wanted to go to an accountant that could help them with their growth and their international aspirations. So, all was good. So, they contacted a number of accountants in Luxembourg that they heard of, they were referred to, and they had some meetings. And they asked me if I'd sit in on some of the meetings as well, which is absolutely fine. So, we're sat there. In the meeting, this particular one particular meeting, doesn't matter who it was that pitched, it struck with me. And there are three words that they use a lot in their sales pitch that I think we should take out of our sales pitch. And the three phrases or words that they used were we've, we're, and we do. Those are the three sort of constant phrases they use. So when the meeting started off, they sort of sat down and had a coffee, got the weather out the way and all that sort of thing. And then the one guy in a very, very fancy suit of course, he said, well, let's start the conversation. Very, very grand. And obviously he'd been to university, that type of thing, all good. And he said, well, look, we've been in business for 17 years. We've got nearly 36 people in our team right now. We've got offices up on the Kirchberg, and we've got a new office opening in Belval, which is on the sort of the south side of the city as well. We've been around for a long time. We've been between us. We've got nearly 300 years experience in international tax compliance and accounting. And then his mate chipped in. It's like some sort of a double act, and he popped up and said, "Well, we are number one in our sector. We've got a very high reputation. We're an award-winning accounting practice. We've got these awards from these different areas, and we're partners for the top software accounting software packages in the world. And we're known in Luxembourg for our specialist niche, and we're known for this and we're known for that." And we are everywhere. We're sort of omnipresent. And then finally, the other guy came back again. He said, so what we do all your accounts, we do your tax planning, we do your compliance, we'll do your TVA, VAT for those in the UK, we do your payroll, and we do everything else that you need, really. So how does that sound? And my client sat there, and she looked at me because this took about 20 minutes. It wasn't just a 30-second that I've given you, but it was all this sort of we do. That was it. That's all they were doing. They were weeing all over us, for goodness sake. And she looked at me, and it was like a micro expression, and she just did this. She went, just sort of, no, this is not going to work, not going to work at all. And so we just thanked them. And what we said was, thank you for your pitch. And the classic was, well, we'll think about it. And they went, that's great, thanks very much. They stood up and walked out. Now, they went out thinking they'd done a great pitch. I'm sure they thought they could have done a good pitch. Got back to base to see their CEO, whatever it was, and he's going to say to them, how did the pitch go? And they're going to go, it was great. They're going to think about it and come back to us. And of course, no, we weren't. Now, the people that we went with, when they came to see us, and they were a smaller firm, smaller practice, and they used totally different phrases. And whether they were trained in sales, I don't know. It was much more of a human approach. And what they did, they just said, look, this is a fabulous business you've got here. First of all, can you show us around? Can we have a look? Let's go and have a look at this business and see what you get up to? How long have you been here for? What are you doing? What are your aspirations? Where do you want to go? And then that they said, the one guy said, well, look, this is great. I love the business you've got. How can we add value to what you do? It's like, that is a perfect question. And then my client jumped in and said, well, our biggest frustration, our biggest challenge is this, and this. We've got compliance, we've got international trading, we've got blah, 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 all this sort of thing going on. And this guy said, okay, well, look, we've got this, we can do that. And they had a conversation around how the accounting business could support them and add value to my client. And then she looked at me after the meet or during the meeting when he said, well, okay, so, and all he said was, well, look, would you like me to put some wheels in motion to bring you, to get this started for you? Nice, gentle close. And she looked at me, she just went, phew, yes. And it was great. That'd be great. And we literally, she signed on the day, which was great because he did a great job. He was very relaxed. They're a good accounting firm. Now, we knew about their background before they got there. We'd done the research. We knew who they were, where they're based and that sort of thing. You checked them out on LinkedIn. When you go to a sales meeting, that research has already been done. When we're in a sales meeting, avoid the we do, because that is it's all about you as a seller, not them as a buyer. Nice, gentle conversation, and it was a very pleasant. And they're doing great work for them as well. They're doing good work. I know this was quite some time ago, and they're doing great work for them, and they've kept all their promises, and they're great fun to work with. So this is how you do a sales meeting, but avoid the three things. we do. Those shouldn't really enter into your script or the conversation unless you're asked to. It should be all about the prospect, the client. Doesn't matter if you're an accounting firm, whether you're accounting, consulting, lawyering, web. It doesn't matter what you do. Any business, whether you're manufacturing, wholesaling, retailing, ask questions about the prospect and the client, so at least they think you care about them, and you probably do as well, and that's how you'll build a relationship. So it just reminded me. Anyway, there you go. Quick sales tip for a day. It's for a Friday, and we're off to Germany today, going to buy a trailer, and so we can start ferrying things to our house. We've signed the deed on the house in a couple of weeks' time, so exciting stuff here. Have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you soon on LinkedIn and everything else. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.